There are days I've thought to myself, maybe God loves people, but not me, not the mess that I've made, not the damage I carry. And I think a lot of people feel this way, especially the ones who've been through it. The ones who know what it's like to bury someone, or disappoint everyone, or carry around shame like it's stitched into their clothing. So, if you've ever felt like maybe you're too broken to be loved by God, by others, or even by yourself, I want to tell you a story you might have missed in the Bible. It's a quick one that wrecked me in the best way. Last time we talked about feeling forgotten in the waiting, sitting in that silence like Joseph did in prison. But what if the real fear isn't that God's silent? It's that we don't deserve to hear him speak. I felt that. I've had years where I couldn't go near a church without feeling sick. Not because I didn't believe, but because I didn't belong. I believed in grace. I just thought it was for people who were still salvageable. I'd done the damage. I'd broken things that I couldn't put back together. I knew the theory of forgiveness, but I couldn't accept the idea of being wanted. And then I found this little story tucked into 2 Samuel chapter 9, and it wrecked me because I felt like God had written it for people like us. His name's a mouthful, Mephibosheth. Not exactly a flannel graph favourite in Sunday school. He's the grandson of King Saul, which already puts him on the wrong side of history, right? The wrong family. Saul was the one who tried to kill David of the royal bloodline. And when he was a child, there was a chaos in the palace. Saul and Jonathan had just died in battle. The nurse scooped him up to flee, and in the panic, she dropped him. He was 5, and from that moment on, he was lame in both feet. So here's what we know. He's traumatized, he's disabled, he's politically unwanted, and he's living in a place called Lo Debar, which literally means no pasture, right? He's got no life, no promise, no future. He's hiding, ashamed, and probably assuming he's been written out of the story for good. And then years later, King David, who should see Mephibosheth as a threat, asks the question, is there anyone left from the house of Saul to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake? And someone says, well, there's this one fella, and maybe they said his name better than I did, Mephibosheth, but he's crippled in both feet. And David says, bring him to me. Not tell him he's forgiven, not send him some food, but bring him here. And Mephibosheth comes in, probably terrified. And you know what David says? He says, don't be afraid. I'm going to restore everything that was yours, and you will eat at my table, always. David doesn't just spare him, he restores him, gives him land, servants, honor, and a seat at the king's table for the rest of his life. He's still crippled, he's still broken, he's still not what he used to be, but he's welcomed like a son. Mephibosheth ate at the king's table like one of the king's own sons. And it hit me. He didn't get healed first, he didn't clean himself up, but the invitation came anyway. Sometimes our deepest fear isn't that we'll be rejected, but that we're unredeemable, that the damage is too deep, and that the past is too messy, that even if God wanted to love us, maybe he shouldn't. But Mephibosheth's story tells something different. God's kindness doesn't arrive because you're impressive, it arrives because you're loved. I don't know where your Lo Debar is, right? Your place of no pasture. But if you've been hiding in it, thinking that faith is for people who are better, cleaner, more intact, hear this. You are not too broken to be loved. You are not too far gone to be found. And grace, it isn't a prize for one who deserves it. It's a table for the ones who never could. You are not disqualified. You're not forgotten. And you're not beyond repair. And maybe this is your whispered promise today. I have engraved your name on the palms of my hands, and your name is always before me. The limp didn't scare God off. It was never a condition of love. So come to the table, still limping, still loved. If that hits something real for you, even if you can't explain why, would you hit like? It helps get this video in front of more people who might be hiding in their own low bar. And if you want to hear more honest, unpolished conversations about faith, doubt, and the grace of God for the broken, hit subscribe. We're building a small but beautiful community here. And if you want to support this work in a deeper way and help me keep making it, you can join me on Patreon. The link's in the description. Thanks for watching. And if you're limping, don't worry. There's a place for you at the table. My name's Jacob, and this might be church.